Hi madam, the title of our proposal is Old Book Collection in Hostel. There are total 7 of us in this group, and I will brief about what we are doing in this proposal so you may have an idea before my friends present in detail. The aim of this campaign is to collect old books from university students and also raising awareness of recycling among them. The way that we are collecting information is through questionnaire. There are 4 parts in our questionnaire, which are general overview, problems, solutions, and demographic. In total, there are 88 respondents were interviewed by us. By interviewing with our respondent, we were able to identify 2 main problems that university students are facing, which are textbook and reference book are expensive, and new students are having difficulty to receive books from their seniors. The solution that we are providing through this campaign is to allow the seniors to have an opportunity to pass down the books to their juniors. The benefits through this campaign are it can reduce students' expenses on buying reference book. It can also reduce paper waste. Lastly, it can help students to free up their limited dorm space. To execute this campaign, we wrote a report to Student Affairs and Alumni Department of UNIMED HEPA and also Student College Committee to get approval from them. The overall cost of this campaign is only 25 ringgit and 50 cents. This including purchasing stationery for book wrapping and also labeling purpose. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good morning, madam. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Xiang, and as you can see on the screen, the part I am going to cover is methodology. I will begin with one of the subtopics, which is the types of method. For this proposal report, a survey was conducted to collect information from the respondents. We chose it for data collection because it allowed us to collect a broad range of information in a short period compared to the other methods. Another significant point is that questionnaire was used as a tool for data collection. I would now like to move on to the next part. In this campaign, random sampling was used, which ensured that each sample from the population had an equal chance of being chosen and was intended to be unbiased. This survey has 80 respondents, 44 whom are male and the rest are female. The respondents are the students of the first to the final year. Second year students have the most respondents, followed by the first year students and third year students, and lastly the final year. Furthermore, students from the faculties of Chemical Engineering Technology, Civil Engineering Technology, and Applied and Human Sciences responded to this survey. The Faculty of Chemical Engineering Technology had the most respondents. The Faculty of Applied and Human Sciences had the fewest students respond to this survey. Turning our attention to the questionnaire, the questionnaire contains 6 questions and 12 statements. The questionnaire is organized into 4 sections. A. General overview. B. Problems. C. Solutions. And lastly, D. Demographic profile. And only close-ended questions were asked in the questionnaire. In conclusion, let me sum up with my main points. We conducted a survey and a questionnaire was used to collect data. This survey comprises 80 randomly selected respondents. Lastly, the questionnaire contains 6 questions and 12 statements, and the questionnaire is organized into 4 sections. Well, that is all from me. Thank you very much. Now I will pass you over to my teammate, Gavin.
Hi, my name is Gavin and my national number is 19114117. So I will continue the presentation with the problems part. And in this proposal, we propose 6 problem statements that may face by students at hostels. And we have conducted a survey about the problems faced by students in book recycle campaign. And here is a graph that we have plotted by using the data obtained from the survey. And this is the rate for the level of agreement. For rating 1 is strongly disagree, until the rating 5, which is strongly agree. We have calculated the average of rate for level of agreement for each problem. So first, a problem statement is textbooks and reference books are expensive. The average value for the rate of level of agreement is 4.5. Therefore, most of the students always photostate the textbooks and reference books or share their reference books among them. Photostated book is also much cheaper than the original book. We also would prefer to read e-book or audiobook, which is also cheaper compared to the printed books. And second problem statement is buying textbooks and reference books increase the university expenses. From the results obtained, the average value for rate of the level of agreement of this statement is 4.34. The price of some textbooks or reference books may be cost at least 50 ringgit, and it is same as the budget for some students at their 3 meals per day for a few days. Third problem statement is students do not know what to do with the textbooks and reference books at the end of the studies. And the average value for rate of the level of agreement of this statement is 4.19. It shows that most students tend to agree with this statement. And it is because some students do not know what to do with their textbooks and reference books by the end of the studies, but only a few students know by selling their books or passing their books to the juniors directly. Next, the problem statement is all textbook and reference books will occupy a lot of space. According to this statement, with the average value of 4.36, indicating that most of the students agree that all textbook and reference book occupy a lot of space. So for a student, there will be more and more books occupy this table as each course or subject will have its own textbook and reference books, and it will be accumulated on the table. And next problem statement is new students have difficulty in getting textbooks and reference books from the seniors that they do not know. And the average value for rate of the level of agreement of P5 statement, which is this statement, is 4.46. New students just entered a new environment in university and they still have no chance to get to know the seniors at the beginning of their university life. And besides that, some seniors may also still need the notes or materials inside the textbook or reference books. Last but not least, the last problem statement that we have proposed in this proposal is all textbooks and reference books will create a lot of paper waste. Yeah, 51.2% of respondents strongly agree, and 40% of respondents agree this all textbook and reference book create a lot of paper waste. Most of the students agree this statement because some textbooks and reference books will be used once only in one of the semester throughout their whole degree course. As a result, those textbooks and reference books will not be used again, and it will become paper waste. And that's all for me. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Gavin. Today, I would like to talk about the proposal report on old book collection campaign in HOSTEL. Next, here lists out 6 solutions to solve the problems faced by students in HOSTEL. The first solution is students can get free textbooks and reference books from seniors. Second solution is students can decrease their expenses by getting free textbooks and reference books from the seniors. Solution 3 is senior can give up their used textbooks and reference books to juniors at the end of their studies. Solution 4 is if students can get textbook and reference books for free, they do not need to buy books anymore. Solution 5 is juniors can get used textbook and reference book donated by seniors at the donated center. Solution 6 is paper waste can be reduced if juniors and seniors recycle their book. Next, this is a group bar chart that shows how strongly the respondents agree or disagree to 6 solutions below. For the solution 1, most of the respondents are either strongly agree or agree on the solutions. This is because seniors who had bought the book will throw away those reference books at the end of the semester. If students could be got free textbook from seniors, it would save money for juniors and reduce waste. But there are some respondents who not agree with this solution. This is because they think that they should resell the book at a lower price to the juniors. Next is the solution 2. Most respondents are either strongly agree or agree with this solution. This is because textbooks and reference books which usually use Zheng in university is expensive. Thus, getting free textbooks and reference book from senior would decrease expenses on the book. But there are still some respondents who are not agree with this solution. This is because the students could download the pirated content of textbooks online instead of buying traditional textbooks. It is more convenient. For the solution 3, most of the respondents are strongly agree or agree with this solution. This is because old textbook and reference books occupy many spaces and it would be a waste if it is thrown away. But there are still some respondents who are not agree with this solution. This is because some seniors think that after they graduate, they might still use those study material. So they are unwilling to give up their textbook and reference books. For the solution 4, most of the students are also strongly agree or agree with these solutions because most of them think that the reference books getting from seniors is enough for them to refer. But there are some who are not agree with this solution because they think that the reference books given by the senior is only enough to pass the exam. To gain more extra knowledge, they should buy reference books by themselves. For the solution 5, most respondents are agree or strongly agree with this solution because of juniors can get free reference books at the donation center even if they do not know any of their seniors. This also saves their time from taking the books from senior. But there are still some respondents who are not agree with this solution. This is because the juniors taking textbook and reference books directly from seniors could establish a good interpersonal relationship between seniors and juniors. For the solution 6, most respondents are strongly agree or agree with this solution. This is because the reference book and textbooks would cause a lot of paper waste if it were not reusing. But there are also some respondents who are not agree with this solution because of some might think that the primary source of paper waste has come from documents, exam papers, instead of textbook. The best way to reduce paper waste is to implement a paperless office and reduce paper use during the teaching process. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sheng and today I'm going to discuss about the benefits of a book collection campaign in hostel. These are the list of benefits and there are a few benefits for the participant as well as for the surrounding. First of all, the benefits is save money. Undeniable, books are expensive in this day and students are still financially dependent on their families. The participants are able to get free textbook and reference book and thus could reduce the expenses on book, said by 92.6% of respondents. Secondly, it is easier to get books from senior as it is hard to interact with senior with the lack of platform or chances. Hence, the donation center will act as a platform to get books from senior, and 74 out of 80 respondents feel that it works. Free up dormitory space is also one of the benefits gained by this campaign. Why did I say so? This is because through the questionnaire, we can notice that most of the respondents encounter a problem, which is their merely small dormitory space is flooded with books and they do not know how to do. So, through this campaign, they can donate their books to the donation center and free up the dormitory space besides helping the others to get their desired books. This is what we call kill two birds with one stone. And furthermore, participants could have a very high chance to be exposed to multiple types of reference books that might already stop published and not for sale since a long time ago. Besides that, this campaign is also in conjunction with 3 Rs, which are reduce, reuse, and recycle. As when we fully utilize the old books, the usage of paper will reduce since the demand for brand new reference book decreases. Eventually, environmental sustainability can be achieved, and we can save the earth also by this small little action.
Hi, good evening. My name is Khoo. Today, I would like to present the management and cost for our program. First of all, this is the organization chart of our program. Xiang is our chairman. He will lead us and ensure the organization committee function properly. Me, as the vice chairman, will assist the chairman and ensure the organization is managed effectively. The secretary of this program is Gavin. He will host the meeting and ensure the meeting are effectively organized and minuted. Next, Treasurer Zheng will handle and control the fund with regard all the income and expenses. Slim, as the promotion coordinator, will prepare the advertising and promotion material. Lastly, the program coordinator, Gavin and HOSTEL, will coordinate the activity of the program and prepare the material needed by the program. This is the timeline for our program. Our first meeting will be held on 14th of June. In this meeting, the organization committee had been formed and tasks have been distributed for each committee. Next, we had set a duration for the program to launch and decide the venue for the program. Next, we have to complete our first task in the next 2 weeks after the first meeting. We must apply to the HEPA and get approval to run the program. Subsequently, the secretary need to design the questionnaire, the treasurer need to complete the budget list, and the promotion coordinator need to design a poster or brochure to promote the event. Our second meeting will be held on 28th of June. The person in charge will present the budget list, questionnaire, and the poster or brochure, and the rest of organization committee will express their opinion and come up with a better word. After the second meeting, we have to complete the second task in the next 2 weeks before the program week. We must apply to the student college committee for permission to use the discussion room as the venue for the program. In addition, the program coordinator need to prepare the materials that needed during the event, and all of the organization committee need to promote the event to the student. Lastly, our program will be held from 12th of July to 18th of July within 1 week. The organization committee should prevent and solve any unexpected situation that may arise and ensure that the program runs successfully. This is the budget list for our program. We needed small amount of funds to buy some stationery such as PVC book wrapper roll, stationery tape, sticky notes, and permanent marker. The PVC book wrapper roll and the stationery tape are used to wrap the donated book, and the sticky notes and permanent marker are used for the labeling purpose. The total budget for this activity is expected to cost 25 ringgit and 50 cents. Besides that, some boxes are needed to stack and store the donated books. The owner of the grocery store at Wang Ulu Resident College is pleased to sponsor us the empty box. Therefore, we can save the cost of buying the empty box. That's all for my part. Thank you for listening. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Good afternoon, madam. My name is Nicholas Lim Jing. Now, I would like to make a simple conclusions regarding our proposed program. Firstly, after carrying out the surveys, we found out that there are basically 6 common problems faced by students in hostel, which include textbook and reference book are relatively costly. Second, purchasing textbook and reference book increase the university expenses. For third one, at the end of their study, students are unsure what to do with their textbook and reference material. For the fourth one, a lot of space is taken up by old book and reference material. Fifth, it could be difficult for new students to obtain textbook and reference book from seniors that they don't know. For the sixth one, old textbook and reference book create a lot of paper waste. Next, there are several solutions that has been proposed to solve this problem, which include: firstly, students can get free textbook and reference book from senior. Second, students can reduce their expenses by getting free textbook and reference book. For the third one, senior can donate their used textbook and reference book to junior at the end of their study. Then students don't need to buy book as they can receive free textbook and reference book. Fourth, junior can get used textbook and reference book donated by the seniors at the donation center, and paper waste can be reduced as junior and senior recycle their books. Last but not least, there are numerous benefits for the students and also to the surrounding. By participating in this campaign, the expenses on books of the student will be reduced and will not cause a burden to the students on buying reference book and textbook. Besides, students could be much easier to obtain textbook without the aid of the seniors, as 74 out of 80 respondents feel that junior can get used textbook and reference book donated by the seniors at the donation center. Old book collection is not only beneficial to the student but also to the surrounding, since it conserves natural resources and energy. In a nutshell, our proposal report on old book collections campaign in hostel are supported by most of the students. Thus, we are hoping this program will be implemented widely in UNIMED because it is a practical and beneficial program. That's all for our video presentation. Thank you.